Hello. Welcome to Living as Is. And I'm Shar. Autistic, self-aware, and awakening. I was thinking about the type of reading I could bring to you today, and I decided, let me introduce you to a way in which the cards can help a person in other ways than just in a reading. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose 4 random cards from this deck. So they're going to be as random as I can make them. So I've shuffled the deck and I'm just thumbing through the deck. I'm not really counting cards. I'm just placing them out. And I'm just thumbing through and randomly selecting. So here we've got a nice collection of cards. We have 2 process cards and we have 2 of the minor cards. 8's a really good one. A fire card and a rainbow card. I'll introduce you to the cards to begin with and we'll take it from there. So, first card we have is integration. And with integration, we're looking at blending things together. It is similar to the temperance card. And I say similar because with each deck of cards, the designer of the cards kind of introduces a different theme to the cards. So this deck is a Zen Buddhist deck. Now with temperance, we're looking at transformation and to maintain a center over a sense of ourselves. So we're kind of adapting to things and integrating, which is what this card is, integrating. And here we have a snake swallowing its tail. We have the yin and yang. We have male and female energies represented in these 2 birds with an eagle and a swan. We have a diamond clarity at the top, but we also have, there's 2 faces in the card. And as you can see, we've also got the sun and the moon. So we've got a male and female aspect represented within the card. So this is bringing together all aspects, and you could say into a oneness. And I say you could say it, but the thing is, because we've got the yin and yang are representing polarities. Male and female represents polarities. The moon, the sun represents polarities. So these are representing aspects of ourselves which are polarities, but are being brought together to integrate. So this is about the blending of energies, the bringing together of energies, and how we might be able to work with those energies once we bring them together. So it's how we bring those energies together, how we work with them. Now, the integration card is showing us how in life we can integrate those polarities. It shows us by saying they're there, because we may not even be aware that they're there. So this is a card of integration and bringing self together. Now, the travelling card is a card I've always appreciated. And with this card, we've got 8 of Wands, 8 of Fire, and it's a journey. Now, Wands are fire cards. They're career, projects, inspiration. They're moving us forward to our destinations. Now, 8s are movement, action, change, and power. So this is a really good card because it's showing us that there is more in life and about life than we may think. So the suggestion here is to travel. But it may not be physical travel. I mean, there is a person there. You can see just there, just this tiny, tiny dot. That's a person walking. So whilst so much of this image is about travel, it can be a reminder that there's more to the world than we think there is. So look, if you look at the vastness of this image, and this person appears to be walking through the mountains, they would have prepared for that trip. They would have made themselves aware of what kind of foods they could find, how they could find water, or they may have prepared themselves because they know at certain points there's a place to stop and they can recuperate. So traveling takes a certain amount of preparation, a certain amount of checking that something is going to be ready for you when you need it, and checking that you've got things prepared. You may even need a radio in case of an accident. So there's lots of preparation that takes place for travel. So the message that can be brought here is about preparation for your journey in life. And where is your life's journey going to take you? It can also mean travel. And that could mean that you're looking to go somewhere, and this card is suggesting that could be quite a distance. So it's bringing that suggestion to you to prepare, because you are going to travel. And like I say, these are Buddhist cards, Zen cards, so it could be about the journey you take within yourself. Now, we then come to the 2 of Rainbows. 2 of Rainbows. I like this card because it's about the moment and about living in the moment. Also, as you can see through the rainbow clouds there, we've got buildings in the distance. And so those buildings, they're there but not there. So this person is focusing on the journey, on the moment-to-moment journey, where they find themselves 1 foot in front of the other. So when we look at this card, it's suggesting to us that everything we do in the moment, 1 step in front of the other. So say you drew this card as a suggestion for your day. Then you can look at this card and you can say, right, okay, today I'm going to just take it moment to moment. I'll take things as they come. I will take it in the moment. So that can slow you down. But it slows you down in a good way, because it brings everything down to a certain place, to a certain rhythm, to a certain position. Like you could be out jogging, but you're still going to take it moment to moment, because it's 1 foot in front of the other. The purpose of what you're doing at that time, at that moment, is jogging. And it's kind of like, if you're out with a friend, then be out with that friend. You enjoy the moment, each moment that you experience in that time with your friend. So it's moment to moment, everything being moment to moment. And the twos are about balance and duality. If this was in your normal deck of cards, this would be the beginning of your journey, because you've got two possibilities, two ways to go. And so that brings your duality, that brings your balance. It's a crossroads or choice. And so here's a perfect example of you're making a choice. You're making a choice of where you're going to go and how you're going to move. And this card is moment to moment. Another wonderful card in this, we have Beyond Illusion. And when you look at this card, it's in a standard tarot, this would be judgment. But there's no exact judgment here. And judgment is a call to action. It's a deeper spiritual realization. Well, this is a deeper spiritual realization. This is beyond illusion. And as you can see, there's a face beyond the butterfly, or is the butterfly beyond the face? And then the third eye is like an opened up pearl. It's just a beautiful image of the third eye opened up so you can see beyond illusion. This whole card is looking beyond what's standing in front of you. It could also be looking beyond self, looking beyond you. What are you made up of? What are you a part of? It's waking up to what is more than present. What is more than what you have in front of you? So, with the what is more, you're opening a door. What is more than here? When you look beyond illusion, you could be looking beyond the reality, beyond what is reality, what is the illusion of reality. Many people talk about a matrix and say, oh, well, we're living in a matrix. This isn't real. But if you're living moment to moment, then you're just looking beyond this moment, this illusion that you're sitting with present, not the bigger picture. You can look at the bigger picture by all means, but for the moment, it's just what's beyond the illusion in front of you. Now, these cards can also be used further in another way. We can meditate on them. And so, with integration, we're looking at blending polar opposites. Male energies can be controlling, demanding, can be fierce and strong. Female energies can be softer, caring, more subtle, more open to adjustment. So we can look at our opposites of how we react in certain situations, and we can meditate on those energies of opposites. And with the crystallization at the top, with that third eye being opened up into a diamond, or the crown, being opened up into a diamond, it's a beautiful representation of how crystal clear everything can be once the energies reach the crown. So with this card, we're looking at different aspects. We've got the sun and the moon as well. We have fire and water. So we have this heat and energy, this vibrancy, where we have this coolness of the water and the softness. And we can look at those both aspects, at both of those aspects. Perhaps you could, on a beach, you can go and float on the water and just feel that. Or if it's the winter, go to a swimming pool and see if you can just find a space in the swimming pool where you could just be a part of the water swimming backwards and forwards. You can sit at home and think about the polar opposites and how can these integrate, how can these be brought together, how can the masculine and their forcefulness and the control be brought together with the femininity and the softness and the subtleness. So there's a lot that can be found within this card that can help open up into you. With the travelling card, there's a meditation whereby you can visualize going somewhere, doing something. So if there's a walk that you've been on, you could practice closing your eyes and visualizing that walk. Or if you're able to keep your eyes open, keep them open. And you just settle yourself down and you visualize going on that walk. And what you try to do is you try to control the visualization so that each moment is a moment through your journey. Not like, say for instance, I'm here. I want to walk to one of my local shops. So I visualize getting myself ready. Now, I have to think about this. And what I mean by this is, I think, what are the stages to me getting ready? It's winter, it's cold. So I first want to ensure I've got the right trousers on, the right top on. I then go downstairs and I may put my boots on. So I visualize my right boot and fastening the right boot, left boot, fastening the left boot. Then standing up, I decide that the t-shirt that I'm wearing isn't enough, so I change this top and I get a fleece top. Then I have my jacket to put on. I have a hat that I put on. I make certain I've got a pair of gloves ready, and if I'm going to the shop, I'll have a bag. So each aspect is visualized, and then I'm ready at the door. I've zipped my coat up. I visualize zipping my coat up. I turn the light off. I go out the door. I open the door first. I don't walk through the door. I open the door. So I open the door with the keys. I close the door behind me, lock the door. I then turn to look down the street, and I'm walking down the street, and I visualize the path that I'm walking on. I visualize the cars I'm walking by. As I'm doing that, I'm putting a pair of gloves on. It's winter. So this traveling can be turned into a moment by moment, step by step, focus on a journey that you took. And it can slow you down, it can relax you, but it also sharpens the mind because you're visualizing each step. And the reason for mentioning the walk down the road to the shop is because I have to be careful that I don't step out my door and suddenly find myself at the end of the street ready to turn the corner to go to the shops. No, that wouldn't work because I've missed a whole chunk of the journey, a whole length of the journey's been missed. So I have to step back. So that wouldn't work. So you visualize, and you visualize step by step. Now, next card we have is moment to moment. And with moment to moment, this exactly is as it is. So there is a Zen meditation where you focus on your feet and you literally do a half step and you walk in a circle. in a half step. So you're walking in a half step, and you walk in a circle in a half step. And you can do that as moment to moment. And so you go in the circle, and you just focus on the circle, and you focus moment to moment, one foot in front of the other. Another thing is that you're preparing a cup of tea. You could make certain that you're aware of every step. So instead of just you fill the kettle up, you put the kettle on, you whistle while you whistle to yourself while you wait for the kettle. But you could also sit down and visualize doing the kettle, and you visualize each step as you do it without missing a single beat. And the same thing, you could visualize making the bed moment to moment. So moment to moment literally being taking one step at a time. Now, beyond illusion. This would be a great meditation because you're questioning reality, but you don't want to question reality to the extent where it's like, am I nuts? Am I crazy? Here's the thing. Here's a hand, but it isn't. So how do I have a hand, but I don't have a hand? Okay, this is the thumb, finger, 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 finger. So let's do it this way. So here's a hand, and we've got the thumb, and then we've got finger, 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 little finger. We have the palm, we have the wrist, and we have the back of the hand. So, yeah, there's a hand, but there isn't, because this is a finger, this is a little finger. Is this your hand? No, it's not. It's a little finger. Is this the finger? No, that's the thumb. So that's not the hand. This is the palm of the hand, so that's not the hand. So if none of these are the hand, where's the hand? It's here where it's always been. What this is an object capable of performing the function of hand. But hand only exists up here. But you can break everything down to its atoms. And you can step into emptiness, into nothingness. And there we have looking beyond illusion. So the meditation for looking beyond delusion is looking beyond what is the reality of life, what is the reality of any situation. But it doesn't necessarily mean you're going nuts or you're going crazy. You're just opening up mind to something further and vaster. So there we have the 4 cards. There we have a couple of different ways of opening up to life. So thank you for listening. Thank you for being here at the end. Come on, click subscribe, and click the notify button for the next video. Thank you for coming along for the ride. Thank you for taking part. Thank you for listening. Bless you all. Thank you.